Uh,
Okay.
all right, so this is public hearing 2025A, February 26, 2025. Introduction of the planning board members, Madison Pixley Chair, Kristen Brodeur, Pat Green, David Demers, John Matthews, and Joanne Pior, Planning Coordinator. Our statement of authority: the planning board is established under Chapter 48 of the General Laws of Massachusetts and acts in compliance with Chapter 48 under the zoning bylaws of the Town of Hampden, Chapter 41 governing the submission and approval of plots of proposed subdivisions, and the rules and regulations governing the subdivision of land in Hampden, Massachusetts. Our legal notice: the Hampden Planning Board will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, February 26, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. in the Townhouse, 625 Main Street, Hampden, Mass. On the application of Hampden Veterinary Clinic Realty LLC, 28 Summers Road, for a special permit with site plan approval under section 6 use regulation 4.26 for the expansion of the existing parking lot located at 28 Summers Road within the business district. Properties are currently owned by Hampden Veterinary Clinic Realty LLC, Dr. Penny Peck, 28 Summers Road, parcel 12-038000, and 16 Summers Road LLC, 16 Summers Road, parcel 12-039000. Information related to this application is on file in the town clerk's office and is available for review by the public during normal business hours for the board. Madison Pixley, Chair of the Hampden Planning Board. Publication in the Wilbraham Hampden Times, February 6th and 13th, 2025. Our reports received from other town departments. The town clerk reported the taxes are paid up to date. Building inspector reported 5% handicap parking required if there are 20 spaces. One would be accessible, or 5%. The Board of Health reported no issues with septic or well. Police chief has no concerns. You guys want to come and present?
Thank you. Can you get it? Okay. Push that table in. Okay.
Nobody touched it. Oh, dear.
Good evening. For the record, my name is Rebecca with Arlovec Associates, located at 40 School Street in Westfield, Massachusetts. I'm accompanied tonight by the applicant, Dr. Peck, as well as her legal counsel. Can you please?
Attorney Niles Kershane.
Thank you. We're here tonight to present the proposed parking lot expansion at the existing Hampden Veterinary Clinic. And I'll just go through the site plans and show you the proposed site improvements. So the property is located at 28 Summers Road. It's located near the intersection of Meadowbrook Lane and Summers Road. The existing facility is indicated right here, where there are currently 11 parking spaces, I believe, which is under parked per the zoning regulations for the intended use. We're proposing to extend or expand the existing parking lot and add a parking area to the north of the existing building. The parking lot will be equipped with some light poles for visibility, as well as a new stormwater management system towards the rear of the property to mitigate any runoff from that new parking lot area, which will also meet the Massachusetts stormwater standards. So all in all, the new parking lot will add 20 additional spaces. So per the zoning ordinance, business B, 29 parking spaces are required. And with the addition of the new parking lot, 38 spaces will be provided. So we will meet those or exceed those requirements. With the improvements, there will also be a secondary curb cut off of Summers Road and access between the two parcels. I know that was discussed a little bit, and we can talk about that further as we go along. As far as traffic circulation, it just makes for, better traffic circulation. especially with emergency vehicles, they can, swing through there. So, yeah, we can discuss that later on or now if the board wishes.
One thing we were thinking that it was more convenient because if people drive in, like they're gonna initially possibly drive in the main entrance. And then these spots are full, instead of having to turn around, risk an accident, come back out, they can just go through and go into the new parking lot.
Right.
So it just makes more logical sense.
Right. And then as far as grading and drainage goes, so the site to be improved is graded towards a low point in this western corner of the parking lot, which a catch basin that's a hybrid water quality unit will reside and will convey the runoff towards that infiltration basin at the rear of the property. The infiltration basin has been oversized and it does have like a 4-foot fence to protect from pedestrians getting back there.
Excuse me, when you say oversized, does that mean it's oversized by 10% or 20%?
I believe there's a roughly 1 foot of freeboard. So during the 100-year storm, there will still be like a foot from where the water level is to the top of the basin. And then as far as the landscaping plan goes, we're proposing to add 4 red maple trees around the premises of the new lot, as well as putting a planting buffer with arborvitae along the northern side of that new parking lot. And then this is just the lighting plan. Obviously, it's too hard to see this far away. But if you look at your 11/17 copies, you'll see that there's no lights in that spills across the property line, the proposed property line. We did receive some peer review comments. I have a copy of that. Does the board wish for me to go through them and kind of explain what we've done to address those comments? Okay, great. All right, so comment number 1, section 7.541, subsection C states that driveways at its section with the street must provide a leveling of area with a slope no greater than 1% for the first 20 feet. It appears that the slope is greater than 1%. The applicant should revise accordingly. So we made that adjustment. We also provided an enlarged plan with kind of micro spot grades to indicate a slope that does not exceed 1%.
The question I have is how does that impact the parking lot, if you will, to the south, the existing parking lot? As you're coming from that, we've got, it looks like a 253 grade and you're going down to 251. Approximately 250, 251.
Yeah, so you're going from, the grade is roughly right where that transition from the old parking lot to the new parking lot.
So there'll be like a 3%, a 3-foot drop.
Yeah, so from 253 to 251 is here,
Okay.
so 2 foot.
2 foot.
Yeah, it's right around between like 4 and 5% in that area.
Okay.
All right, second comment, section 7.72.1 subsection B states that 2 driveways may be permitted as part of the site approval process, which shall be clearly marked entrance and exit. We defer to the planning board to determine if the 2 proposed access driveways onto Summers Road is in conformance with the intent of the zoning bylaw and if additional signage is required.
So I do have a question there. Basically, I think Maddie, you said there was no questions from the police department nor fire either,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
So the question I have is, what would this board would want to prefer to have an entrance or an exit, considering that the intersection to the south where Main Street and Summers Road come in, it's a busy area. Are you looking to maybe bring people in to the existing parking lot for the entrance?
Yes, the entrance would be the existing parking lot,
Okay.
and then the exit, if you required it to be separated, the entrance would be the existing, the exit would be the new parking
Okay.
lot.
That's what if I could, I'd like to see something to that effect.
Okay, so one-way circulation.
Yeah, well, not so much one way, but, because coming into the new parking lot for handicapped access, you know, I'm looking at, you could come in that way and go into the existing parking lot. So that my primary entrance is going to be the existing parking lot. But if it could be labeled, yeah, that would be just entrance. And then the other one would be maybe entrance or exit entrance there.
Okay, so this one would be entrance only, and this one would be entrance exit. Okay.
I don't know how the rest of the board feels about that. There's no strong opinions, huh?
No, I'm trying to, envision
handy-
entrance, exit, seems a little.
Yeah, kind of.
Caps are on
The
the
handicap
area in front of the
spots,
building.
Right, yeah, right near the entrance, so this,
Wait a
you go into the handicap spots are right there. The near the entrance.
Right, so I think that you have the entrance, like you said, and have the other one just be an exit.
Okay,
Because people are gonna pull in, if there's no spots, they go to the new parking lot and then they
Right.
leave.
Right.
But having cars trying to get a closer spot,
Right.
that would be my
Yeah, I would agree with
Entrance.
Maddie.
okay,
Yeah,
all right. Okay.
We can make that adjustment.
I'm sure everyone will read the signs and follow the directions.
I'm sure no.
They probably, some will, some won't, but.
Yeah, we can add like do not enter signs for the exit and vice versa to help.
Exit only or.
Yeah, exactly, to help the traffic flow, if somebody's parking and they're trying to get out.
Yeah, I'm open to that. Like you said, I'm concerned about traffic, but there isn't, the chief had no problem. And again, how many people are coming and going? It's just the entrances that, you serve, if you will, on that corner, there's the Bagel Nook and then
Sure.
there's Green Insurance. So, and I'm sure they're using that.
Yes,
entrance windows.
yes.
All right.
Okay.
No problem. Okay.
All right. Next comment here, so section 7.72.c subsection C recommends wheel guards be installed in certain instances. We recommend the applicant review the walkway design adjacent to the parking area and determine if wheel guards should be installed to prevent overhang onto the proposed sidewalk. So you'll see in your revised plan set that we did add the wheel stops to the spaces that abut the sidewalk. The sidewalk's only 5 feet, so it makes sense not to, to prevent the cars from overhanging the sidewalks. Next comment here, section 7.72.2 subsection E and 7.72.2 subsection F. Includes specific landscaping requirements for commercial development. It appears that proposed parking area does not meet these requirements, such as vegetative screening height and quantity of shade trees. The applicant should review and revise as necessary. Our response is the plan has been updated based on landscaping requirements to the extent practicable. Adding landscaped islands inside the perimeter parking area would result in an increase of impervious area to keep the same number of parking spaces. So as I mentioned on the landscaping plan, we're providing landscaping kind of on the ends of the parking areas. If we were to do an intermediate island, it would just have to bump it, the parking lot further to the west, increasing impervious area.
And we're gonna have like the nice mulch out front. It's all gonna look contiguous. It'll be the nice mulched area out front and
Yeah, I'm not too concerned.
yeah, it's gonna look nice. My only thing about the arborvitae's, that's gonna, along the side, that's gonna be in discussion with whoever else is purchasing the other part of the property, which is apparently gonna help is probably gonna happen quite soon after we purchase ours. So we want to have a good neighbor. We want to be in, you know.
Yeah.
So that may not happen depending on what the neighbor wants to do or say.
There will be some sort of a vegetative buffer, though. I guess the species might differ because that's part of the.
Does there have to be? If like, say, somebody wanted to come and make a contiguous parking lot there, whoever buys it,
Oh,
or is that opening up a can of worms right now?
yeah. Good question.
We can cross that bridge when we come to
Okay,
it.
yeah, my feeling is, let's leave that
Okay.
and just say that.
If we're there by ourselves, we'll put those
It's
arborvitae's.
optional.
Okay.
Okay, and once a butter, we can come to an agreement. How's that?
Sure, that
Does that
sounds.
sound
Yeah.
okay to the board?
Amend the permit?
Yeah, that we can amend it, to, yeah, why don't we do that?
Yeah, if it looks like we're gonna be there by ourselves for a while, we'll put them in.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I understand. And again, let's see what the butter's gonna do and hopefully we won't need it. It'll be a nice little area.
Thank you.
Next comment, section 7.8 states that there shall be no removal from the premises in any district of earth, loam, sand, gravel, clay, or quarry stone. The applicant shall clarify if material will be removed from the project site. If material will be removed from the project site, the applicant may be required to obtain a permit for removal of material through the local building inspector. Response to that is all earth removal proposed is incidental to the proposed site construction. A permit for the earth removal can be secured if necessary. Comment number 6, section 10.51, subsection 4 states that a single sheet locus plan at a scale of 1 inch equals 100 feet, showing the location and owners' names of all adjacent properties and those within 300 feet of the property line and all zoning district boundaries. The applicant has provided a locus plan that does not meet all these requirements and should be revised accordingly. So the locus plan figure we added to our response, that's in that packet that you got. It shows a locus plan within 300 feet. Our plans do show the abutting neighbors, but it doesn't extend out to the 300 feet. So we've provided that in those materials. Comment number 7, section 10.51, subsection 10 requires waste method to be shown. The applicant should add the existing waste disposal methods to the plan. Our response to that, the waste disposal methods are existing within the veterinary hospital's property. C4 within the within the site plan set has been revised to show the appropriate refuse location. So existing location is kind of to the southwest of the existing building, and that's intended to stay the same. Okay. Next page. Comment 8, section 10.51, subsection 15 states that plans for clearing, stockpiling, or removal of topsoil on the site, including whether such topsoil is to be permanently removed from the site. The applicant shall show a topsoil stockpile location on the site plans and clarify if any topsoil will be removed from the site. So we've added a temporary stockpile location, as well as putting erosion control measures around that location. Comment number 9, section 10.61, subsection 2 states that the plan shall describe estimated daily and peak hour vehicle trips to be generated by the site. While the proposed project does not appear to include an expansion of the existing use, the planning board should determine if estimated daily and peak hour vehicle trips should be provided. A response to that is correct. The use is not being expanded. A trip generation analysis should not be necessary.
And I agree with that. Okay.
Great, thank you. So this is for the stormwater management review. Did you want me to go through these as well?
For sure.
Perfect, okay. So bear with me here. The following comments pertain to the project's compliance with the Town of Hampden General Bylaw, Chapter XIV, the Massachusetts Stormwater Handbook and Stormwater Standards. Comment 10, Chapter 14, Section 6, subsection 1 of the Town of Hampden General Bylaw requires that stormwater management systems on new development shall be designed to meet an annual average pollutant removal equivalent to 90% of the average annual load of total suspended solids related to the total post-construction impervious area on the site and 60% of the average annual load of total phosphorus related to the total post-construction impervious surface area on site. It appears the stormwater management system doesn't meet the requirement for the 60% total phosphorus removal. The applicant should clarify how the project site will meet this requirement. So additional calculations were added to the stormwater report. There's no changes in the stormwater management system. We just demonstrated how the system met those standards.
So this is in the MS4 area. So it's governed by Fed and state DEC, right? So what is the standard for TSS removal?
So for TSS removal, the Massachusetts Stormwater Handbook just requires a total of 80%.
80%.
Correct.
And this is this does,
In excess,
it
yeah.
exceeds.
We
that.
have the water quality unit, and then we also have the infiltration basin.
Yep,
So you'll see in Appendix E, I believe.
which would be in the
Stormwater report,
which I did.
all of those calculations are provided. Yep.
Okay.
You want it?
No, I'm going to trust that the Levelette group did their due diligence. And that I think that they used a system out of New Jersey.
Yeah, so it's actually conservatively evaluated. New Jersey did a series of testing on the proprietary water sedimentation unit and determined that you can take credit for 50% of sediment removal. So we use that value versus the 80% that the manufacturer provides.
So let me ask you the flow, the sheet flow, because my eyes are pretty bad. Sheet flow in the new area, is it heading back towards that
Yeah.
one drain in the back?
Yeah, we've actually, and it's probably really difficult to see on 11/17, but there's a gutter line indicated on sheet 5, which indicates the direction of flow, and it goes right toward the that's in that western
Okay,
side there. So the intent is from where you see the grade breaks in between the existing parking lot and the new parking lot, as well as the grade break right near the property line, all of this impervious area is tributary towards that catch basin.
okay, because it's, yeah, I see it's 252 basically.
Yeah, and the rim is 251.02.
Right, and back where your emergency overflow is 250.6.
Right.
So
So
it's
if it were to fill up, it wouldn't surcharge the catch basin. It would overflow
Off to the side.
off to the side, which is where it's currently going.
Mhm. Okay, so you don't anticipate any water flowing out onto?
That's correct. That emergency weir is just, surpasses 100-year storm.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, next comment. So chapter 14, section 6, subsection 1 of the Town of Hampden General Bylaw requires that all projects comply with Massachusetts stormwater management standards. Standard 1, this standard is met. No new stormwater conveyances are proposed to convey untreated stormwater directly to or cause erosion in wetlands or waters of the Commonwealth. Noted. Standard 2, this standard is met. The post-development peak discharge rates are less than the pre-development peak discharge rates. Noted. Standard 3, the standard is met. The proposed infiltration basin provides the required volume for the proposed impervious area. Noted. Standard 4, this standard is met. The proposed stormwater management system removes the required total suspended solids for pre-treatment and treatment of the stormwater runoff. Refer to comment 10 for additional requirements relative to stormwater quality. Noted. Standard 5, the project is not considered a land use with higher potential pollutant loads level. Therefore, the standard is not applicable. Noted. There are no critical areas within the project area. Therefore, the standard is not applicable. This is standard 6. Standard 7, the project is not considered a redevelopment. Therefore, the standard is not applicable. Noted. Standard 8, the standard is met. As the proposed project will disturb 1 acre of land or more, the applicant must obtain coverage under the NPDES construction general permit issued by EPA and prepared by a stormwater pollution plan prior to construction. Response to that is noted, a stormwater pollution prevention plan will be prepared prior to construction as needed. Standard 9. This standard is not met. Standard 9 required that a long-term operation and maintenance O&M plan shall be developed. Included in the O&M plan shall be a plan that is drawn to scale and shows the location of all stormwater BMPs in each treatment train along with the discharge point. The applicant shall revise the O&M plan to include the required figure. Response to that is please see a revised appendix G included with the revised stormwater drainage report. So we did have the plan there. The only thing that was missing was that figure, just demonstrating where the different points were for that.
I have a question because I did not read the O&M. But the O&M should have a maintenance schedule for cleaning of the,
Absolutely. So it has a table that tells you when all of the different stormwater management features should be inspected, and then also when they should be maintained.
okay, and where do those inspection reports gonna go?
So there is a checklist in there. It's like a template checklist for, you know, whoever the owner contracts to perform that service to fill out and keep on record.
And it would be on record, and does it go to the town?
It's not required to, but that could,
Do you think it should?
yes.
Well, we definitely could do it. I'm
And I
not sure
think-
who does that type of
Answer,
inspection, but
yeah.
we'll find out and we can definitely,
Yeah, you're gonna have
we can
to have,
definitely give it to you.
yeah, you're gonna have to have, because it's in the MS4, okay?
Yeah,
Eventually, they're gonna require the state, whatever, is gonna require all of these retention basins to be managed.
sure.
So what I'm saying is to get ahead of the ball here, if you will. Let's get this in the plan and then it's submitted to the town, okay? If there's a discrepancy or a problem, when I say the town, we have a stormwater agent, okay?
Right.
And it happens to be the building inspector, right?
Okay,
Okay, so we would go to the building. He can just file it also. So
okay.
that way we have a record, you can have a record. And if you ever sell or whatever, your new, those records would go with the, you know.
And just set
How
them
many
in like
times a year does that?
Well, that's what the question, I think it's, what
once
do
a
you have
year.
usually once a year?
Oh,
Usually we see once a year.
Because you want, you know, you're gonna come in, you may sand that that parking
Of
lot.
course,
And that sand is gonna wash into that, so you want to
right.
be
So
able
we
to
make sure
maintain
it's
that.
clear. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Rather than have it wash down into your retention basin.
Absolutely,
It
okay.
becomes very expensive.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Okay, and there's also probably gonna be a mowing plan or some type of, you know, tree removal or whatever in
Yep. It's all in the,
And-
yep.
the O&M. I haven't read it.
Yeah,
So that's why I'm just,
yeah, absolutely. It's a good point. It's a valid point.
okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Sure. So standard 10, the standard is not met. Standard 10 requires an illicit discharge compliance statement to be submitted as part of the stormwater report. The illicit discharge statement has been included, but should be signed. Our response is a signed illicit discharge statement is attached to this response. The following comments pertain to the Mass DEP checklist for stormwater report. Page 4, the boxes checked that states runoff from all impervious areas of the site discharge to the infiltration BMP under standard 3. This is not correct, and the box states runoff from all impervious areas at the site is not discharging to the infiltration BMP, should be checked instead. Our response is page 4 has been updated. I think that was a little gray because we were considering all of the impervious as going towards the basin, but no worries. Page 6, the NPDES multi-sector general permit does not cover the land use box should be checked under standard 5. Responses, page 6 has been updated. Okay, chapter 14, section 3, section 6, subsection 3 of the Town of Hampden General Bylaw requires that infiltration systems shall be a minimum of 100 feet from any drinking water supply well. The applicant should verify that the proposed infiltration basin is a minimum of 100 feet from any drinking water supply well. The response is abutting well locations have been located based on Board of Health record plans and are all over 100 feet from the proposed basin. I think we showed up this thing here. So we added this buffer, like this setback, 100-foot well setback to sheet C6. As well as the location of the existing wells. So we did verify that. The next comment, the TSS removal from the subsurface infiltration basin that was included in the stormwater drainage report states that the Barracuda Water Quality Unit provides 80% TSS removal. The letter from State of New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection certified the water quality unit for 50% TSS removal, which was included with the report. The applicant should verify if using 80% TSS removal is allowable based on the certification letter. We just bumped it down to 50% to be conservative. So the TSS removal form has been updated to show 50% TSS removal based on the New Jersey certification letter. Next comment, it appears there are incorrect units and calculation errors on the sediment forebay sizing infiltration basin sheet that was included in the stormwater drainage report. The applicant should review and revise as necessary. Responses, the sediment forebay sizing calculation has been updated to show the correct units. Next comment is in regards to site plans. The following comments pertain to the site plans. 16, the applicant should show the water source for the existing building on the plans. As indicated there, I think it's labeled on C4. In that little island off to the south of the parking area, existing well service to building. Comment 17, note 7 under the construction sequence on sheet C3, describes installing utilities such as a water service, sewer service, gas service, electrical service, and stormwater management system. It appears the only utilities that will be installed in the stormwater management system, and therefore the applicant should revise this note accordingly. Our responses, sheet C3 has been revised according to as construction sequence schedule. So that note was just here. So install utilities as shown on plans, including the stormwater management system.
Is the lighting is not getting fed from the building?
Say that again?
The new light poles, are those?
Those are gonna be fed from the existing, the existing service. The plans show a proposed chain link fence with access gate. We recommend the applicant show a wider access gate to allow for construction equipment to access the infiltration basin for future maintenance. Our response is the gate has been revised to allow for vehicular access. The applicant should show additional spot grades for the accessible parking spaces and walkway ramps on sheet C5 to ensure they will meet ADA requirements. And that was done, I believe I brought it up earlier, where we have this enlarged plan here and having included spot grades at the ADA area to ensure that it does not exceed the 2%. Next comment here, the applicant should provide specification sheets for all the proposed lighting fixtures. Our response is the lighting specification sheets are attached to this response letter, and you have those. We didn't print them for.
No, I printed one copy of it.
Okay, perfect.
Of the lights, do you want?
Okay. And they're all dark sky compliant. Comment 21, the riprap pad for the pipe outlet into the sediment forebay should be designed and the length and width should be labeled on the plans. Please see sheet C6 for updated riprap pad dimensions. And that was added up in here. So 10 feet by 5. Comment number 22, erosion control mat is shown for the infiltration basin emergency overflow. The applicant should verify that this will be adequate erosion protection for large storm events. Our response is the emergency overflow of the basin is nearly at grade. We feel the erosion control is adequate as proposed, and additionally, it's not expected to be used, only surpassing the 100-year storm, which hopefully won't happen. So we were good with that. Comment 23, note 1, under the infiltration basin, notes on sheet D2 state that the bottom of the infiltration basin shall be a minimum of 2 feet above the estimated seasonal high groundwater. The applicant should revise this to 3 feet to be in accordance with the Town of Hampden general bylaw. So the basin was designed with the 3 feet in mind. It was just a typo. So this had always said 3 feet. The typo is in the note section. So that was revised to say 3.
Yeah.
Okay, now that everybody's sleeping, I think I'm done going through the comments and would be more than happy to talk about anything else you'd like to discuss.
The fence around,
Yeah,
Back.
so there is 4-foot chain link fence being proposed around the infiltration with an access gate kind of towards the middle. It's on sheet,
Yeah, I got it.
it's on all the sheets really, but I'm looking at C6 in particular. The fence is called out, I believe, on sheet C4.
yeah.
And again, that's more just for pedestrian safety because it is deeper than 3 feet.
Right.
I guess,
Go for it.
I'll say something.
Yeah, please.
Right. I think everything is fine, but I'm disappointed.
Okay.
Disappointed, and maybe I didn't make myself clear enough, that the parking should be, it is on the side, but it needs to be behind, I believe, the front of the structure. We've got, I'm gonna say maybe 2 parking spaces in front of the existing structure. Now, maybe I'm reading this wrong. The parking area shall be located to the side or rear of the structure. No parking shall be permitted within the required front setback of the structure. Now, we had talked about this, I think the front set, and I could be wrong, the front structure is at 55 feet, maybe? I don't know.
I think that sounds familiar. I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay, you know, and again, this is going back.
Mhm.
My memory is not as, what is it? Nor will it ever be, but I did make that a point. And I'm wondering why we didn't want to adhere to that.
I remember you saying this and apologies, miscommunication. I personally did not do the revision, so it was just miscommunication and we'll be sure to incorporate that change. I
Is
apologize.
that a problem?
No,
No,
Let's just
Okay.
go back a little bit further.
I
just gonna
appreciate it.
put it back a little further.
Yeah, it's just gonna put it back a little
Sure.
further, but it's the only thing that's gonna, you're gonna have a little bit more impervious surface on the way coming in, but I'm not.
I don't think it would make a difference
Okay,
for the calculations.
Yeah.
And I do apologize now that you're saying that. I do remember that.
and that was my biggest thing, because
Okay.
I wanted you to come here and not to ZBA.
Right,
Okay, I think you have a
Right.
better shot here
absolutely.
of getting approval.
We'll make that change.
You will.
And we formally request a continuance as, respect for the peer reviewer to be able to, back check comment incorporation to make sure that they're satisfied. And we'll certainly reach out to make sure if they want to have a conversation about any of our responses that we'll make ourselves available. And in the meantime, we will make that change so that we can revise that for the next meeting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all right.
absolutely.
That would, I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And I'm not asking for any other changes.
Nope, that's totally understood.
I think you've done an excellent job, with the trees I'm looking at, yes, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
I want to move this forward.
We do too.
Yeah.
So when you increase parking area, you increase the risk of like oil, grease, sedimentation. And is that, I assume that's sort of captured in sort of your analysis of how the basin's gonna, and infiltration accounts for the fact that you now added parking, you've now got risk of.
Yeah, and that system, I think that you're putting in what they call the Barracuda system.
Yeah, it's an oil water separator.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they do extensive testing to determine how much you can credit for that removal. And that's where all these numbers come from. So we're pulling it based off of, testing, like real life testing data that the vendors go out and, pay a lot of money to do. And then that gets incorporated into standards and we use those to calculate the total removals.
Right.
And that's why it's imperative to have the operations and maintenance manual that you
Absolutely.
have that serviced or
Yes.
maintained.
Because if it's not, you might as well not have it.
Correct, it's just gonna, right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's why I asked.
That makes sense. Yep.
Does that include like parking lot sweeping and cleaning? Is that in there too?
So,
Well, I mean, we're not cleaning and sweeping the current parking lot. It's not a problem. I mean,
Yeah.
people aren't parking there overnight. It's not a garage, it's a vet clinic. So people come in,
Right.
park for 20, 30 minutes and then leave.
Right.
You know what I mean? If it's somebody's errant car is leaking oil and they make a big oil slick, I would definitely go out there and like clean it up or
Sure.
do something to it because you know how I keep, my place was immaculate.
exactly.
So like, I'm not gonna have like nastiness over there, but it's not like somebody's parking there overnight or anything.
Right.
Parking, junk cars or parking
You could
for
take
cars to be
credit.
fixed, it's a
Right.
vet clinic.
You could take credit, I guess the short answer is you could take credit for street or sweeping the, if you had like a bigger parking lot or
Right.
there's different scenarios where that's applicable. If it is applicable, you can just gain extra credit towards the total, sedimentation removal.
Right.
But it's not, in this instance, it's not
Right.
appropriate.
And I'm gonna say that you can't control what comes into your parking lot. In other words, a vehicle, like you said, that may be leaking some oil and things of that nature. Hopefully it doesn't leak an excessive amount.
Right.
But that system, when you have a water event, a rain event, whether it's rain, snow or whatever, okay, that water then, that's why I asked if it's all channeled back to that one area. Because that area that at that point, the oil water separator or the Barracuda unit should be able to handle that.
Yes, yep.
And that's why it's imperative to make sure that, again, I keep going over this, that the sand is removed as well as, because that
Absolutely.
sand may have some oil entrapped in it. and things of that
Yep.
nature.
Probably
So
was, yeah.
that's why you want to maintain it. Because otherwise it's just going to go down into your retention basin and that silt will end up into that riprap area and then causing the riprap to not be effective anymore. And then the water and washes down into, and it then
It's a
becomes
big,
very
yeah.
Okay.
We've seen
expensive.
it, yep.
Okay.
fix. So.
We almost said.
Okay, I mean, like I said, I appreciate all of
Yeah, and
the
again, I apologize.
effort, no, the effort that you guys have put in. Um, Honestly, I really want to get this moving. So we can get this whole project, not just yours, Penny, but the next door neighbor,
Absolutely,
get everything done, start to move forward with it.
absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't know how you want to make a motion. Would you like to make a motion to continue this? For a peer review of the
Cohen's back. Yep.
Levesque responses?
Yeah, because I haven't seen those comments yet, right?
What?
Time bond. That's what you're talking about, right?
That's what we just went through, but yeah, you
Right.
guys just got the materials.
Just
Oh,
got
okay,
it
I
today.
know.
Yeah.
We just got it.
So in other words, we'd forward these off to Ty and Bond.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
No,
And take it
yeah.
and look at it. And if she's satisfied with some of the, like you said, some of the tables have been updated and
Yep.
things of that nature.
Calculations
Yeah,
and
the calculations, and then you'd make a change to that.
Yep.
Pushing it back, same number of parking spaces, just push it back.
absolutely.
And, yeah, and we're good.
Perfect.
Um. What do you think? Jean might be able to get to it pretty quickly, I hope.
Well, I think.
Yeah,
There-
yeah.
Oh.
Hi, this is Chris Rokas from Ty and Bond.
Oh, thank you.
and-
Yeah.
And yes, I listened to all the responses. They sound good. I haven't seen any of the updated application materials, but we can jump on that and review them and get a second review letter back to the planning board on that.
Excellent.
Great, thank you.
Are you satisfied with what you've heard so far?
Yeah, based on what I heard tonight, it sounds like all the comments that we had in our letter were addressed. I didn't, and the comment about shifting the parking lot back, I don't have any issues with that. If that's what needs to be done, that's fine. Moving them.
Sure.
Yep.
Good. I didn't realize you were on, so that's good. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So maybe we can,
That's fine.
Good.
Do you want to?
We have to send the materials, get their second review comments, but at this meeting, we've got to announce the continuance date.
right, we'd continue, but
I've got to give them at least what? I don't know what you think a week, 2 weeks that we don't have.
let's ask them.
Yeah.
What do you figure for a time bond response? Would you be able to do it within 2 weeks?
Yes, yeah, we should be able to do that. Review the materials and submit a letter in 2 weeks. Yes.
Excellent, because what we'd like is, when's our next meeting?
Well,
March 12th. We'd like to have them back before the 12th. That way we can close this out is what we're looking to do, if that's possible.
Let's see here. Yeah, we should. Yeah, definitely before the 12th. I mean, I could try to get you something, a week or so before the 12th, I think.
Okay, that'd be great. That would be excellent if you could.
so that file that was emailed to me, that entire iCloud file that I was given can just be forwarded.
Yeah.
That would be everything,
All the revised
but
material.
I have to send them.
Yep,
And was the letter part of that file? I can't read. Yes,
Yeah, the
26
response letter?
was in there.
yes, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'll forward that to him.
But then the only thing that he won't have is the updated plan with the parking shifted back.
But that'll come, you'll do the plan
Yes.
update.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying
That'll
that
be here for the 12th.
Right. No,
Yeah,
But-
absolutely.
And then we can vote.
It's not gonna change the calculations. We can't
Right.
resend.
I just wasn't sure if they had to, time bond had to look at it.
I'm not looking for a recalculation because I feel that it's not substantial enough of a move. You're not increasing the bulk.
Yeah.
Impervious surface, okay? The only increase is going to be the width of the driveway,
I agree.
okay?
So are you wanting them to review the stormwater calculations this fall again?
No,
By saying that,
no, he doesn't.
No.
There's,
I'm not going to send that to them for
No.
part of their peer review.
No,
again.
the only thing that you're sending them is the responses to the.
The
peer-
response and the
yeah,
revised site plan.
Correct.
the response, but yeah, there's going to be, I think there should be, let me look, there's one where we had talked about a table, if I'm correct.
Yeah, they should, sorry to interject, they should also receive the RISE, stormwater report because it does.
Reference that.
our Comments are in the, yeah.
In that.
Yeah.
That's the table that you
Okay.
Table and the figure for the BMP and some of the
Okay.
calculations, yeah.
will send that.
Send the whole.
Send everything.
Just, yeah, pass it along, forward it along and have everything.
Okay.
Okay.
If they don't, let me ask this question. Would you be object to having, and, Ty and Bond, would you be object to contacting, Levesque themselves instead of trying to go as an intermediary through us? And, you know, would it be possible for you guys at Ty and Bond to talk to your people at Levesque?
We have no objection.
Okay, would you have any,
Yeah, we have no objection. Yeah, we can work directly with the applicant engineer. Yeah.
that'd be great.
Perfect.
I'm looking to expedite everything is what I'm trying to do.
Yep.
So trying to come back to us and then go, you know, it's better to talk engineer to engineer.
Can I
And
copy your?
have it done that way.
We can copy on
Yeah.
the
I
correspondence.
was just gonna say,
Just said that.
yeah,
Okay, perfect.
Okay, you're good?
good.
All right.
I'm gonna move that we
continue this public hearing, case 2025A to March 12th at 6:30.
I'll second that.
all in favor.
Aye.
Great.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We did, we continued. Yes.
I didn't have him sign a continuance letter. Sign it.
Yeah, in different route.
You okay with that, Patrick?
I can send it.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You're okay. So that-
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night. Take care.
Yeah.
Those letters are good checklists of what you should be thinking about, you know, when you see those time bond comments, you know, it's almost like it's like a checklist.
Well, that's why, yes.
Okay.
Uh-oh. All right, so we're going to open our regular meeting.
Yes, here's.
Motion.
Yeah.
I think. Now, did you do just the motion to continue?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do. Dave,
I make a motion to close the public hearing.
We don't
We're
close
not
it.
closing.
That's what she did.
We
right?
did that already.
Continue.
We did that.
Right,
Yeah.
we close it.
no, you can't close it.
Why not?
No, we did the continuance, the motion to continue.
Just, yeah,
We're good.
We're done.
so you wanna open,
That's what
The
I'm trying to
regular
do.
board meeting.
go ahead.
All right, so we're gonna open our regular planning board meeting, February 26th, 7:28 PM. Our first order of business is 106 East Long Meadow Road, site plan review, change of use.
How you doing?
Yeah, it might be here.
It might be here a little bit. No, say, no, please sit down. How you doing today? Good. Good. So, it looks like, Dennis is throwing you out.
Dennis is retiring.
Yeah, he's
Thank God.
retired.
Yeah,
And I know you were in the shop.
yeah. He sold his building. It didn't work for my situation.
Okay,
I didn't have, it's my son and myself, and neither of us wanted to live upstairs.
right,
And the last thing I want to be at this stage in my life is a landlord
yeah, okay,
to a tenant with a shop alone.
right.
It all starts out nice, but
Yeah,
I've had experience, yeah.
yes, yeah, you don't need the aggregate.
So,
Okay. So, and the reason I know is, the fellow that was in there, Mr. Bianco, I had,
Ollie, he knows everything.
yeah, I commissioned him to do a, stained glass for me.
Talented guy.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So, yes, yeah. Anyways, let's get back to what you'd like to do. And you're just gonna do glass?
Yep.
Repairs, new install?
Are you familiar with the shop? Have you been up there?
Which one?
Leo's
I have.
in Ludlow?
I'm very,
Same thing.
okay, mirror image type of thing?
Exactly right.
Okay.
Exactly right.
Basically, you got some parking on the side, front type of thing.
Yep.
Customer parking there?
Yeah, customer,
Back, what do you?
very little.
Yeah,
I mean, if I sold coffee to every customer, I'd go through a pot a week.
Okay.
If that, yeah.
yeah,
It's a convenience. Rather than me going out to their house, I can tell them, look, you can save yourself $150 if you can drop it off.
yep,
If you're proficient enough to take your window out,
Yeah.
if you just need a mirror X amount and you can get it home in your car, that kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know you got the glass truck.
Yep,
And you do, I know you do a lot of, or storefront.
commercial. Yeah, that's my, yeah.
So it's really more geared towards commercial work.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. More so in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Um,
brutal.
Yeah, so customers dropping things off are gonna be, like you said, infrequent.
Very infrequent. Yeah. I mean, I love to help people out like that because I get it, you know, and they understand it. People are really great about it. They know you have to pay for the truck if you have to come out here
Yeah.
and sometimes you have to,
Yes.
but yeah.
All right, can we back up? What do you, I'm not,
Okay.
I don't know what's, so it's a change of use for an existing building?
Yeah, it used to be the auction place, if you will.
Okay,
So it's right along the road. DJs was selling cars out of there.
Yep.
For a little bit. Obviously, he's pulled back the cars and put glass in.
Yeah, he's got all different, I don't know what he's up to, but
That's okay.
yeah,
Yeah, you don't need
I
to.
don't need to, I don't want to.
Right.
I've got enough.
Yes.
so it's just a change of use.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, and basically you got regular hours type of thing.
Yep. 8 to 5,
8 to
no
5.
weekends,
Okay.
an emergency now and then.
Yeah.
But no,
Right. How can glass get delivered?
Change of use or?
I do not. I have a flat glass delivery and I have a store, I have a aluminum raw material delivery and a,
Yeah.
one other fabricator.
To us.
I mean, 3, 4 total, ever all the same week, very rarely.
Okay.
I mean, it'd be great if they were, but
Yeah.
it's not that kind of busy.
Yeah, you're not crazy busy.
Yeah, 2 of them come once a week. That's it. Most weeks, I don't need them. Right.
And you make your own frames there?
I build it. Yeah, that's basically what I do. I cut aluminum.
Yep.
And,
Yeah.
there's no scrap hanging around because any scrap goes in my truck and goes to Acme.
That's right.
As you know.
Yeah.
And Steve McNamara has a dumpster there for my little 4-yarder
Okay.
and all the glass goes in.
Goes in there.
It's all, no hazardous waste, no.
No hazardous.
Operational.
No hazardous waste. Thank you. That was the
2 trucks. That's all I have.
Okay.
That's all I want.
Yeah. One
If
glass
it's-
truck.
1 glass truck with a rack and 1 pickup. Yeah.
One pickup.
Possibly a van
Yeah,
Yeah.
someday, but
no problem.
2 is the max.
Yeah.
Over it. Any other
Um,
questions?
yeah.
Concerns?
Yeah, you good?
No, I'm just looking at here, okay, I'm like change of use, section 4. And then, it's in conformity with the bylaws, nothing different, yeah.
All right, I move that we approve the site plan review at 106 East Long Meadow Road, change of use for Leo's Glassworks.
Well, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great.
Yeah, I'm a little partial because my aunt lives in Ludlow and you actually helped her out, my crazy aunt. So
I hope a lot of crazy aunts in Ludlow, but yeah.
you helped her out with a basement window. You had to go and, yeah, so I appreciate that.
You're
You saved
welcome.
me the trouble.
You know, I've been in business a long time and that's some of the best part of it for me. I get to help people that really need it and.
And she's 90 years old, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, so yes, you're good.
That's good.
You're good, right?
Yep.
Joanne, I think he's good to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, show up tomorrow and get my
See Eva.
certificate. See Eva.
And she can.
Thank you very much.
Good luck again.
Thanks.
I hope to see all of you at some point. I mean,
Yeah.
If you see,
unfortunately.
if you see Paul, tell him I said hi, or I'll see him maybe first.
I'm never giving you a signed
You
copy.
take care now.
Thank you very much.
All right.
I know, but you said you
This
need.
is the original. Yeah, she asked that. Usually did.
You are? All right, A&R Thresher Road. Thanks for your patience.
Nobody builds anything.
Good.
The school night.
Work over there with that.
Yes.
Yeah, this was the old, I was gonna say.
Better off.
Yeah, Bedrock Financial.
Yep.
We're just looking. The old 3 lots, either one lot now. What's that?
No, the other way around.
No,
One lot.
One lot, 3 lots. Originally it was 4 lots and we kind of.
Okay, so we're taking, yeah. No, gotcha.
Okay. Then I turned around, turn it around. Oh. Oh.
The one still non-conforming. we'll have to
Yeah.
come back
Not, yeah.
Future for, special permit for that one.
Yeah,
do it when I. 136, that's good.
But A and B are good. C you'll have to come back. for.
so
A little away from each.
So yeah, you have one non-conforming. But you're not looking for a special permit.
Not today, later
Not
on.
today, we will.
Yeah, right now, one step at a time. We gotta get these things split.
Okay,
And that's gonna be for the son, your son, and,
Okay.
Son, well, the non-conforming one's gonna be for one of them.
yeah,
And, when we get to that point, we'll special meeting and,
yeah,
and get, but it's, the way it was split, as far as my understanding, everything should conform, with the space of the lot size, and then, obviously there's not a house location yet, but that's gonna be, it all should be in place to meet all the requirements for a non-conforming,
yeah, even in the all of them, these 2 are conforming, really.
Yep.
Okay, because you got more than 200 feet.
Yep. Yeah,
And
it's the last one, lot C is the one that's.
which is not right, but again,
Yeah.
that does fit into the requirements.
Yeah.
So there should not be an issue there. When you come for the special permit for that, so.
Good.
It's very simple, I know.
Yeah, it's very simple.
I think it's this parcel,
Yeah.
how many times?
I know.
I can't even think I know it now.
No, this is my. second
Solar and
one.
then to 4 lots,
Yeah.
now to 3 lots.
All right, I move that we endorse the A&R at 110 Thresher Road.
My second.
What did you say?
I.
110 Thresher Road?
Oh,
The
sorry.
parcel.
Parcel
Yeah.
15, I was reading this.
Okay, no problem.
Parcel 15-035000 Thresher Road.
Thank you.
As, if you wanted, as defined on the plan,
As outlined on the plan.
dated February 13th, 2025.
Yep, I will do that.
Okay. You
I'll
know it.
second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Can I have that?
We have one quick question. I don't know if the board can answer this. Now, so how does the numbering work with this?
So
The 110 keeps coming up and that's the number we were given, outside the formal, the legality of it, but how is this gonna?
so how the numbers are actually assigned by the building department.
Okay,
Okay, so, and how that works is he'll look at how the existing homes are numbered. Okay, and give you a number. Here, here,
just so I know where
Yeah, you'll,
where are we expecting that number to come?
so that number will come when you go to your building permit.
Okay, so that 110, does that even exist? Is that, because you type that in, or, I mean, outside, like I said, the legal, that is an actual number for that parcel, 110 pressure.
I didn't put 110, so I don't know where that came.
If you type it in, well, obviously, like I said, yes, will bring it right up.
Sure wrote it, it brings up Bedrock owning that parcel.
Correct.
And it says parcel ID. It doesn't give an address because there's no house on that property yet.
Correct.
So it wouldn't have a 110 address.
Yeah,
So somebody might have thrown a one.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, not a lot of our legality papers.
Yeah.
There
There
is.
through with 110, 110. You type in 110 for,
Yeah.
Google search, it'll come right up on, it's like,
Google search, okay.
everything will just so.
We go on our GIS.
I know.
That's why.
So the 110, it might have been assigned at some time to somebody
Okay.
For somebody ever got a building permit, then.
and never, right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's a shallow well there, so somebody was some long time ago was
So then
using
if it
something.
was a shallow well, the possibility is that there's something there.
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't see any structure. I don't know if it was like, I don't know what you would do. We're talking sometime back. Back then.
I have one too on my property.
What's
I was gonna hook a pump. Actually, water's in.
I mean, mine's shallow enough where I can see the water, but that doesn't mean
I can't get, I haven't come around there. It's like 600 pounds. I can't.
Oh, this thing,
And a
I
lot
got a
of people,
barrier. I gotta do something with it because.
some of the history and beginning, some of the history of Hampden was that people used to come from Springfield, okay, because this was a vacation area.
Okay.
It was far enough away.
Yep.
Out here for vacation, they had vacation homes or cottages and things of that nature, or camp out here or whatever. So
Yeah.
somebody might have had this property, dug a shallow well
And just
for water and they had.
But not, you think livestock maybe, like just for water for livestock?
They may
I mean, we're talking like,
Yeah.
based on that well, we're talking maybe 100 years, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying, but I think just the wooden structure that you would, tile that's on. Everything.
We can say read them and have them ready for next.
Or, that was cool. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
with rocks.
What caps, no one.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
You get your grandchildren.
No, I'm gonna build some, I'd like to,
By done.
build something around it, like a traditional kind of.
We're not making it more.
Nice, it's not, it's not,
Put up some plexi.
yeah.
No, just go.
All right,
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Good job. You got it.
Is it signed?
What lot is hers? You have to file this in the registry. This is the Mylar, so you
That-
file it. Okay, all right. Then take care. Bye.
Thanks very much.
I'm sorry. Oh, I think it's 900 degrees in here.
Yeah,
Jeez. What's next?
All right. Battery energy storage. Where are we at with this?
Is it okay if I come to the table?
Sure. Good rest of the day. I just got that here. Kid friendly last night. Think loved it. Yep, no,
I knew that.
no, I just want cheese. But the big really with beef last night.
Oh, you're doing them.
Ground meat with.
Someone's gotta do that,
nice
right?
salad and then. And like 3 condiments.
He just comes with you. Surprise me.
24 hours a day.
Okay.
All right. So everything that was commented on last time has been added.
Cross my heart is the best I could do.
Yeah,
he said he had to leave.
Oh. Okay, sorry.
If you want to go through,
I don't want to go page by page.
no, just the changes.
Yes.
I have the draft and I
Yeah.
can tell you. I have your draft.
Okay, so what we're looking at is this.
Huh? You're looking at the 226 draft from the 212. I have the 212. We went through and I can tell you the changes you told me to make.
Yep.
Hang on a minute. 12.
What's the draft here?
No, I have it. I didn't make copies for all you guys because it was from your, does that say 212
No, that's, so this is the
That's
updated copy.
today?
This is our new, this is the latest and greatest. Joanne's gonna just give us the high level of what I told her
we
to change
changed.
last time.
I got
We're gonna confirm, I don't have the brain power to go through this every single one of this tonight.
Definitely, so.
So. Am I talking?
Yes, please.
Page 1, making all the red to a final black, because those are been finalized, the definitions moved there.
Yep.
Second page, paragraph A, we reworded it.
Yep.
First line stayed the same, first line, second line, third line. Well, I can just read it.
Yeah.
The purpose of this bylaw is to provide for the construction and operation of a battery energy storage system, BESS, and to provide standards for the replacement, design, construction, monitoring, modification, and removal of energy storage systems that address public safety, protection of the town aquifer,
Yeah.
and public and private drinking supply. That was a change.
Yep.
Protection of the endangered species. That was a change in addition. And then minimize impacts all stayed the same. So we added in the protection of the aquifer, public, private, and protection of endangered species.
Yep.
Okay, everything else on page 2 is the same. I'm trying to.
Oh,
Page 3, I'm just making sure they didn't repaginate. Page 3, application materials up to 5, nothing's changed. Page 4, biomap, we decided to keep that in because they use it.
Where you at?
I'm on biomap, which is bullet number 10,
on page
What?
4.
page 4,
Got it.
bullet 10.
Yeah, prior.
Biomap, we're keeping it in there, the word.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm
Is
looking
it
at
biomap 2?
biomap
2.
2, yes.
Okay,
That's the software.
gotcha.
Okay, and then down to H, we just changed that to vegetative.
Yep.
Buffer. Next page, which I think is still 5, as long as it didn't repaginate, because I added her stuff in. Bullet number 9, operations and maintenance manual. Shall include the following. Maddie, I want you to make sure these were your notes and I tried, oh no, this I think I've got. We put testing scope as number 1.
Yeah, this is the scope, yeah, annual testing.
Yes,
Yep.
and we added the battery, all of those
Highlighted,
bolded subcategories.
yeah,
Documentations added in compliance with the UL 9540 paragraph. This was all provided by you.
Her.
Okay, I know you provided some too. So this is all new, 4, 5,
3, 4, 5.
yep, and up to the next page.
Okay,
My only,
do a page break at number 4.
well, I think that has to say in compliance with,
Hold
and
on.
then it's gonna go. I think it should go UL is like A. It should be indented, so this becomes B,
Oh, okay. So
C.
3, A, B, C.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
let me make sure I understand it. 'cause-
A, B, C. So A is UL 954, B is
Okay.
NFPA, C is that.
Okay,
Just so they're
all under 2. So
In
it's all part of
compliance with the
document.
following,
Got it.
right?
Okay,
Actually, I couldn't understand. I wasn't sure I had that right.
Because we want them to be in compliance with all 3 of them.
Okay. Does this make sense?
Yes.
And
sorry.
then under 10, we we removed the entire paragraph for O.
Yep.
And we
Wait a
put in
where you at?
page 6, noise studies.
Noise studies, all noise
It
testing,
says 1.
What?
noise
Those are
studies,
9.
which is O. Is that what you're saying?
We're in, I'm sorry, hold on a minute.
Yeah, something.
Well, I think the O and
No, L, M.
liability, but then you go, oh, noise studies. I think that should be different.
9 was part of what you just made the changes to, the indentation, right? That's all
Yes.
part of 9.
Yes.
Now we're going back to N. N was a
M, N,
subcategory
O.
of
Yes,
the previous letter.
yeah, if you go back to page
If
4.
you go
John,
back a
M,
page, it's M,
And then
and
1,
then
2,
all the
3.
bulleted items
Yeah,
1
yeah,
through
yeah.
9.
That's all of it. Oh,
Nine.
so.
1, 2, 3, and 2.
And,
And O.
okay. This, and then. And, oh, okay.
And we're going back to the letters now.
Yeah. That's confusing.
Yeah,
That's how.
And I'm just saying.
It's just
Yeah,
because of
yeah.
the.
I just tried to copy the format from where.
All right, M, N, O. Babies.
Well, those are all subcategories of M,
I know.
bulleted items 1 through 9.
Right. Yeah, yes.
Do you want to keep
That's-
it like that? Or do you want to do?
No, I think
so.
well, I think the bold's it won't be bold anymore, right?
For 5, you're right. I can unbold that, yes.
I think if,
That's what's
I think
making
if
it.
everything, and I think anything under 9 just needs to get like shifted over.
Yep. Well,
Yeah, you started to.
yeah,
So then would that make this 10? This is not, no.
No, it's still, so that's why it gets confusing. So the formatting, this all needs to get like pushed over.
it is formatting. I know.
Right.
Unbold it. I'll move in all of this, indent it over.
Yeah.
All of this.
And then once we get to the noise study, I think we have to do the same thing.
Yep,
Just make sure everything, yeah.
yep.
So you're saying, I'm gonna go back to page 5.
Yep.
For the O and M, operations and maintenance shall include 9.1, 9.2, 9.3, is that what you're saying?
That's a good idea. No, but that's a
You
good
want to
idea. I like,
sub number them?
I don't know, that's what,
Well, don't forget though, we're putting this in a book. That's,
so John, I think my suggestion was that we format it so anything that's under 9 gets pushed over, so it's clearly under that section.
yep, okay,
yeah, so.
And I think we'll
testing
just-
I'm okay
And
with
then
that.
3 broken out.
Yeah,
A, B,
exactly.
C.
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
so everything gets pushed over,
Yeah, and I think we'll do the same for the noise studies.
okay. But does that noise study fall into O and F, the operations and maintenance?
No, because it's a study that needs to be provided before the O and M.
Correct.
For pre-permanent.
Yeah.
So you have. Nine.
The O and M falls under,
Okay,
the O and M falls under M, which is the emergency operations
there you
plan.
go.
So that's why they're separate.
M, Jeff M, N. Oh, okay. Yeah,
The changes, page 6, is that where we were?
Yeah, that's 6.
So we're back to noise studies?
Yes.
We were removing what was there in
Inserting.
totality and putting in the pages that Gina had supplied us, which you all reviewed and agreed upon.
Correct. And yeah, my only comment again is just the formatting to push it all over.
Yep,
Yeah,
so
you're gonna-
through page 8. Yeah, so pages 6, 7, and 8 are all noise.
6, 7,
Post-construction monitoring compliance. And
Up
that's,
to F.
that's sound, okay, 2, yeah,
How do we get to F?
yeah. Right.
Shouldn't that be
because,
like
no,
few?
they're all, no,
Oh,
they're all numbered.
DE, yeah, E is on 3.
Believe me, I
And
read
then-
Oh, my God.
it's, and I got to incorporate this in the bylaws. It's all different numbering.
I kind of,
I did my best.
no, it's not on you. It's,
If you look at the very first page, A, B, C. So we're all the way up to
Yeah,
F.
and then you get to E on page 3, then you
Right.
have all the subsections,
Sections.
and then F. Oh, God.
This is a nightmare to put it in the bylaws, I'm telling you. I don't even know how. Because really, it all should be numbered like the existing book.
that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
I feel like,
I feel like we're gonna have to look at this in the future and be like, why did we do?
Well, I mean, this is really a draft until we really finalize everything. You really can't number, put it in numerical order.
Yeah.
Until you know.
I think what might help is if we made the main
Category.
categories are A, B, right?
Yes,
If it was like 7.17A, 7.17B, 7.17C, then
Okay.
it kind of breaks it down a little bit more.
okay,
It's hard, I think it gets confusing because it's so long.
I agree.
So are you want to add into, let me ask you, the existing solar? Is that what we're trying to do?
No, I put this add it as a new section,
Yeah, I think that
7.17.
section.
Yeah, 7.17. Okay,
That's right after solar. 7.16 is
Yep.
solar.
with the temporary moratorium, it says. 7.17 is the temporary moratorium on ground mounted solar
In
voltaic.
the existing books, right?
Right,
We're
so
taking,
you're gonna change,
That would be taken out and this would be.
you're gonna remove that.
Paste.
How do you do that? It's gonna be deleted on 10. So we're gonna say 10, 7.17 is now.
no, we have 7.16. We revised we had the bylaws of 7.16 as a previous draft of them got approved, and then we redid a whole new bylaw for solar.
Yeah.
And we put it as 7.16. 7.17 was in there as like a placeholder.
Right.
Right.
But I believe when we put the new solar bylaw in there, we were removing 7.17.
And you did, you said it was deleted on 10/26.
Right, so now we're gonna just use 7.17.
17, so how do you do that? That's my question, but that's not for a question to be answered now. Because this is a record that said 7.17 at one time was a temporary moratorium on ground mounted solar voltaic, blah, blah, blah. That's a record.
Right,
So
Also,
now, go ahead.
wouldn't our warrant article just say we're deleting that in its entirety and replacing it with
Substituting.
this?
That's what you're gonna have to say.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I
Okay.
would say that.
You
you're
gotta get some
substituting.
yeah,
Legal,
continuity,
yeah.
I would
Okay.
ask for legal language on that.
not to throw
No,
it
you're-
up.
No,
I mean,
no,
that all-
got a big headache, then I've given her a bigger headache. Okay. The warrant article is gonna have to address that.
yeah,
yes.
that's what I would.
But what I was saying is, I think we may have, when we put the final solar moratorium in, thus the final solar bylaw in, it may have been in that wording that went to Attorney General. I'm not sure. I've got to look at
Yeah.
the previous final solar bylaw may have done that already in the final records. I'm going to go check and make sure.
Okay,
If not, I will add it to remove the wording for section 7.17, replace with the BESS bylaw.
yeah.
I'll remember.
No, we have to write the warrant thing, so
Yeah,
we're good.
can be part of this. Yeah, it's all part of it.
Okay. We on 9.
Are we back to the numbering now? What are we doing as far as?
Let me look at the numbering.
Yeah, we have to look at the bylaws, how they do it.
Exactly, I just want
Okay.
to write this in.
We think we're to 9 then. Because the 6, 7, 8 is everything Gina sent that was just inserted.
Yeah.
9, any changes on, so that would be F, design.
Right, F we're up to, design and site
Yeah.
standards.
Yeah.
We did not change anything in F. Page 9.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And G and
G, we did not change anything in safety.
H is at the bottom, but continues to 10.
H, we did not change anything on. I, we did not change anything on. J, we did not, hold on a moment. J, which starts on the, what page is it on this one?
11.
Okay, abandonment, sorry, it's on a different page here.
It's on
We
11.
changed the 88 that was highlighted. Remember, there was the 88. It's supposed to be the decommissioning fund for the removal, which is, where is it here?
May you do I-
bullet three on page 11.
Yep.
It said in accordance with the, remember it said 88,
Yeah.
number 88.
Yes,
That was a typo. We put in the decommissioning plan.
right.
John, do you know where I am?
Well, I'm reading page 11, J, abandonment, and I don't see
No.
that.
Not abandonment, a paragraph above it, 3.
Oh. Yeah.
Second sentence.
In the draft before it,
Yeah.
on the,
Second line.
it
I see
said
it.
at the,
decommissioning plan.
yes, the removal, before it had a typo, the 88 was in there.
Yep.
From their draft.
Yep.
Pay severability, we changed it to Town of Hampden, not where. Lapse of approval, I had no changes on that. And then the table of use, we have to go over tier 1 and tier 2 because I don't have it right for what's allowed and not allowed in the districts. I don't believe. I know I asked you, but residential 1, tier 1, tier 2.
Here. Oh, you're on the draft. No, you're in the wrong one. Okay.
So tier 1 and tier 2, I have wrong on here.
You are correct. You have it.
I do.
As far as I'm
I
concerned.
know, I do. I asked Maddie, but I typed it wrong.
I'm looking at,
Okay, so
What do you think's wrong?
so tier 1 is for residential, basically.
Correct.
Okay. You've got my cheat sheet, Joanne.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So, tier 2, if you're gonna do tier 2, it's commercial.
Commercial.
So tier 2 is gonna be, if you're gonna do it in R6, R4, MD, okay, you're gonna need a special permit. Because
Yeah, go back, John. Steph, I lost John now.
commercial,
Go, tier 1 is only in R4 and R6.
R4, R6, and MD,
So not allowed in all the other districts.
and I would say not allowed in business, commercial, industrial.
And all the other two, the last 3. Okay. So it's-
Yes, okay. So then tier 2
Oh,
is because it's commercial.
so it shouldn't be allowed in residential.
So it can be, because in other words, these large scale solar systems, they're in a residential area. They're allowed only by special permit. So if you have a battery energy storage system that's co-located in a solar system, then
it could
you have,
power a house.
no,
It requires a special permit.
it would have to have a special permit.
So
The commercial, I'm talking about, I'm talking about Stony Hill Road. I'm talking about Mill Road. I'm talking about Mill Road 1 and 2, if you will.
summer.
And then I'm talking about, Potash Hill and also, Summers Road. Those are all
okay.
residential areas, okay? They're not zoned commercial, they're not zoned
Right.
limited industrial. So you can't say no to it because they may want to put one in on the solar, so it would require a special permit, just as you're doing a commercial solar in a residential.
Right.
So tier 2, residential R4, R6, SPBPA.
All of those would be SP.
NMA.
And then business is permitted, commercial
Yes.
permitted, industrial permitted.
And ends for the rest.
But no, what about golf recreational? Why can't I do one there?
Okay,
I don't know.
So-
Can you?
okay, why not?
Is that in our
so the
You want to put an amusement park and a solar thing in the golf?
and a water park.
And a water park?
I just want to see something.
But yeah.
I need to go
golf
back.
Recreational, you got to look in there to, is that what you're
Well,
doing?
I'm looking for table 6, golf recreational, if they even allow solar, which I
think they do.
believe
They do.
do. Okay. So I would say you gotta let it have BSS in there.
BSS?
BSS,
Yes.
that's the cow.
Fun.
What do you think, Patrick? Should we let them have a battery storage system at the golf course?
Yeah, right on the 18th hole, we could put batteries.
So they can get off the sports and see.
So how are they gonna power the runway without it?
Well, I mean, they got, again, you've got golf carts, right?
Mhm.
It's
So-
driving around, you got the park.
Yeah.
On electric golf
Many
cart.
ideas, right?
Yeah, just have those plugged in by the electric.
Okay, I
school
get where you're
buses.
going.
So, yeah, so they're allowed, you know, it's a permitted, yeah. So,
So it's,
yes, I'm sorry. I don't mean to sidetrack this, but,
SPBPA.
yeah,
in the golf recreational, you're saying a special permit too?
no. Yes, it would be, no, it's allowed. No, it would be because less than 2,100 square feet, okay, is permitted.
Yeah.
So in excess of 2,100 is SPB.
Right.
So that's just a review by the planning board. So I would say in the golf recreational, you just do a SPB.
That's a special.
That's just a review. That's not special permit.
It's-
That's a site plan.
Plan review.
What?
I believe that's site plan.
That's, I want to just look at section, the codes.
I
SPB
don't know what you're looking for.
is allowed by special
All of these
permit.
codes.
So,
Section
SPB.
6 in the bylaws. Oh, I thought this was, I
Sorry.
Okay.
thought this
Right
was the
here.
book. I'm sorry. Page 1.
Which one you going?
SPBPA, special permit planning board approval.
It,
Which one are you saying it is?
SPB.
Use allowed a special permit from the planning board.
Yeah.
It still requires a permit though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
SPB.
SPB. Yep,
For just golf recreation,
just golf recreation.
but it's
We
still,
wouldn't need a site plan approval for that?
What's that?
Wouldn't need a site plan approval
Yeah.
for that?
It's,
I don't.
what's there.
well, they still have to go through the permitting process.
Yeah,
The
true.
process is the same, so why wouldn't they require a site plan with the permit? I'm asking, I don't know. If they're going through the whole process of getting a special permit, why wouldn't they provide a plan showing?
Especially with everything that we're saying that they have to do in this.
And yeah, I agree.
Well, that's what they're asking for, right? It's a
Well,
special.
I guess, okay, so I guess if they're coming to us for a battery energy storage system application, they have to follow all of this, and then additionally, they have to get this. Right?
Which one you talking?
A special SPB.
SPB, yeah,
This is a special permit, and part of the special permit requirements is a site plan.
yes.
Yeah.
So we're good. I think we're covered then. That makes sense?
Yeah, you're saying it's included in
It's
the
included. The site
bylaw
plan is,
itself.
yeah,
So
exactly.
why not just make them,
I think he's just trying to follow whatever we have.
all right.
Let's leave it at an SPB right
Yeah.
now, because that aligns with what?
So just golf recreational
Golf recreation, yeah, on tier 2.
on tier 2.
Tier 3,
I think it's right there, but you can check it. At this point, I think.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Yep.
And
Tier
same
4,
for
I
four.
think is.
tier 4 is same.
Okay, so tier 1 from left to right, P, 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 N, 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 N.
Correct.
Tier 2, SPB, PA, SPB, PA, SPB, PA, P, 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 N, SPB, N.
Correct.
Tier 3, N, 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 SPBA, SPB, PA,
Yeah.
N, N, N. Repeat tier 4.
Correct. That's what I have. Perfect. I have to watch the video back and write that down.
All right, so comments that we've seen since last time we met, Knox box.
Yeah, I gave you the fire guys and additional comments from fire chiefs, and additional comments from Gina.
Yeah. I
I
haven't read.
just got them, so, well, I
yeah.
got earlier. Monday.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to read yours over, Gina.
That's okay.
I understand some
And
of
then
it.
give you another headache.
Yeah,
That's what I'm here for.
Well, so where's the Knox box getting included in this?
Yeah, where was I
Start with
put
that.
that? In the, oh,
In the, oh God,
there's somewhere in there, it was something.
Safety, something, safety,
Application.
emergency operations,
yeah,
Yes, that's where you're right.
which is page 4, letter M,
yeah, I'm sorry.
I just wanted to add,
fire chief.
where we're gonna add the Knox box requirements,
Oh, yeah, where are you going with it?
M.
Page 4M.
Emergency operations plan,
What is that email?
procedure
Yeah.
for safe
There you go.
shutdown, procedure for inspection and visit.
Let's go with M10.
And 10.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're
No,
adding a
no.
separate bullet?
Why?
Well, because then it would, oh, you want to put
9.
it under that, wouldn't
You want,
No, it goes 9 and then 10. There's no 10.
Right, it just, okay, so
Saying it's
I'm
far
saying
away from.
relabel this as ten because this has all
fine.
this junk underneath. That might make it kind of confusing if you're going like
What? Junk?
8, 9, bleh, and then one little bullet of 10.
Fine.
So I would
Great.
do label it as 9, change
9 to 10.
operations and maintenance manual to 10. That way, all that big goofy paragraph is the
Okay.
last thing.
All right,
Okay.
But
so,
what are you putting? Just his exact wording? The applicant to provide, how do you want to say it?
I would say
Oh, I'm sorry.
okay,
I have mine
Applicant.
somewhere, but.
Applicant shall locate Knox box
Yeah,
by entrance
so the fire department.
Applicant shall be
location to be
applicant,
determined with HFD.
underline it. read.
yeah, applicant shall be required to install a Knox box by entrance with location designated by HFD. Yeah,
Got that?
the fire department,
Do you, you gonna tell me how you want it?
Oh, you got it.
No,
You're good.
I don't, but I'll put something in there, I guess.
Figure it.
I'll put some wording in there.
You want me to write it down?
I'll
What I
put it, yes, please.
Yeah, good. Here. This is the final
Oh my God.
draft.
so,
We don't have any time. We've
Freaking
got to
paper
get this
flying.
done.
I've got Pens flying out, and paper flying.
so I guess I would
Yeah, I'm working
say that with the Knox box in, just say that any changes to locks,
Locks.
keys, et cetera, the fire department must be notified.
Okay, applicant shall be required to
Yeah, so
install
we're gonna need a key to get in that box.
Yeah.
To get the keys for the gate.
a Knox box by the entrance
I have an attention
of
span.
the
I don't have one.
site with location.
So we took care of the fire chief. Are you guys reading that other document now
Which one?
that we
Gina?
provided?
I can give you an overview.
No, it's okay. I think I'm good.
Okay,
I did read it.
I just tried to spell it out as,
All right, so I'm good with 1. Maybe that's well,
John, what did you say? Any changes to the locks?
Any changes to the locks or keys?
You can't work like this. It's too tight.
Fire department must,
All right, so
We got it?
this is what
We
we're
got it?
Them receiving.
Requires
Must,
fire department.
must be, changes to locks or keys must be communicated. Fire department.
All right, this is,
Or it's kind of tiny.
Perfect. I'll get it.
I am. Well, I did read this.
I know,
okay.
like,
I just didn't read it looking up this. These are good, Gina. Thank you.
oh, thank you. You're very welcome.
yeah, I'm reading number 2.
So far, I'm
Sense,
good with all of them so far.
Come on, those.
Yeah.
I know what I'm kind of thinking. Might be crazy. What? I think the entire application material should go at the end.
how is it another, how is it in our bylaws now? Where's application materials for like,
I mean, it's
The existing, it's kind of,
6 pages long, the application materials.
For,
And I think that people are gonna lose sight of the design standards that are after it.
Yeah.
As well as the safety stuff.
yeah,
Okay,
So I think that they should read through all that and then they see what they do have to do to apply for it.
Yeah.
and I think in our, yeah,
So you think that's a good suggestion?
You suggested that?
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
I think it's a great idea. Let's do it.
I'm sure you do. No, that's a really good
It's
point.
not because this whole document is returned, tab, returned, tab.
It's a,
oh, it's terrible.
That is the worst.
It's, this.
I'll be doing this till the next meeting.
This existing document is just a mess.
It is.
setback. The only thing I need to, I think I'd like to look at a little bit more is this setback.
Yeah, the setbacks, I'm not fully aligned with what you're looking for, even
Okay.
the town of Spencer.
Yeah.
I need to understand, I understand some of it, meaning that, if it abuts an open field farm pasture, blah,
Mhm.
blah, blah. And I think what they're trying to do is keep any issues from any farming,
That-
whether
yeah.
it be animals or, vegetable farming or,
I was thinking it might be more of a fire thing, try to.
and that's what I think it might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, whether it's a hay field or a field where the, grazing or whatever.
I did see a lot of other towns in Massachusetts having the side, I'm sorry, the rear and side property setback 200 feet. So that wasn't totally crazy for Spencer. It's the but I don't know if you received what I sent Joanne, that you had asked if it had applied, if it applied for both. You did get
I
that?
did.
Okay,
I
perfect.
received it. That's why
Perfect.
I'm still trying to put my.
Yeah, I understand. I just want to make sure you got it.
I did get it.
Okay,
yes.
perfect.
You forwarded off to me.
Thank
And
you,
I'm still,
Joanne.
like I said, I'm still wrestling with the, some of them are excessive, 400 feet
Mhm.
Yeah.
is a big setback.
Yeah.
A lot of land.
So I need to understand. And I need to understand it and justify it is where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if I can't justify it, then I can't battle it.
I understand. I just felt like what's in the setback bylaw now is kind of crazy because it's only 50 feet.
It is, yeah, yes. And again, a lot of, it's a moving target, trust me.
So comment on, we said on number 2, on page 2 here.
Yeah.
We say, at the section, the last line there says, and shall be subject to the more stringent requirements. So in our bylaws now, we have a statement in Ridgeline and Hillside that essentially says there's a conflict between bylaws, the more restrictive shall be applied.
That's fine. We can
That's what I would,
restrictive.
I would use restrictive.
Yeah. Or, yeah.
I struggled with that word. I wasn't sure. Restrictive is great. I know I read it as a layperson, and I tried to read it like I was actually trying to build it. And to me, it didn't read clear that you had to follow both.
Okay with that. No, it's number 2. Yeah,
That's what we call
yeah.
it when a special permit is revoked. Is that the
Yeah,
term
so
that we use?
like I said, I need to
Give
understand.
the example as to what do you mean?
That's directly from their bylaw.
Right.
If anything.
And like you said,
Oh, it's,
the AG was okay with it.
Yes, she was.
Revoked.
Revoked, is that, okay, so it might, then just the same like suggestion as Pat to keep the same consistency of language. Failure of the owner / operator to make the required notifications shall mean that the special permit and site plan approval will be revoked.
Okay.
I think that's the word we use elsewhere.
I'm gonna check with them. I'll check that and make sure.
The other thing,
I don't know if it's the.
I don't know if I asked that when I was looking at batteries, they can range in anywhere from height from 9 feet,
Denied.
20 feet. And I figured the bigger setback, it wouldn't be as big as they,
You
I
did
see
nine
what
if
you're
you
saying.
apply.
Yeah, I haven't seen any 20, even ours, there's not 20.
do exist. They
Yeah,
exist.
I know they exist, I'm saying.
I guess depending on the lot size, maybe they would go long versus high or high versus long.
Like ours up is really,
All right. Taller, aren't they?
no,
Oh, they're long, are they
They're
like
like 12 feet.
12 feet tall?
yeah.
Yeah.
But they're all in line, they're nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so
They're all surrounded by
Yeah.
gravel, stone.
I could.
Yeah.
It's 819. That means-
That goes on.
Well, we've got a short novel in minutes, so we'll do
We're
it
not doing
at
those.
Up to have the
home.
Honestly, they're older minutes that
Would you
just,
like to have it done tonight, Madison, or?
Absolutely not.
What?
Okay.
I
I'd
did the
rather,
minutes.
we're gonna, well, remember them for the
Yeah.
next meeting.
I got them over here. They're all done.
Do we need
Go
to
ahead.
do?
Pictures and everything.
So do we need to, so we'll make these
We
edits
have to look at it. Yeah, I'll
And
make
then-
the edit.
and then it has to go to town council. So who's it go to next? What's the
Well-
next?
edit.
You're gonna take my edits and just send them to town council. Not, we don't want to see them.
I don't want to see this again.
Literally.
No, I don't think we have time. I,
Honestly,
You're
we
okay.
don't have time. We only have. We have to do the ADU. We only have like 2 meetings. Before,
You want to do the ADU now?
nope, I don't want to do it now. I'm just saying we can't
Right.
schedule another meeting.
More time on.
Go
that.
through this again. We've got to get to the point where we stop this.
She'll
Yeah.
catch any typos and you've
And-
got everything captured.
We can always amend it in the fall.
Yeah.
Like we can't,
And I don't think we'll need.
we've got to get something done for the warrant.
Let's do that, yeah, get it done.
It'll be our first
you and I can get back to her
on the setback stuff.
on the setback stuff.
Sure.
And then I'll take it out the.
And even like-
Before.
Yeah.
Well, why don't I look to you with everything I changed in red?
Yeah.
And at least somebody look through it once.
Yes.
No, we're not even talking about it.
No,
Don't
I'm
even
saying,
start,
but-
don't even start. No,
I have
I'm done.
a question.
We're done with
Is this
setbacks.
all just gonna be put in? Is that the game plan or?
We're not sure yet.
Okay.
A lot of it.
Really not sure. I'm gonna tell you. You're getting short.
No, I'm not trying.
That's not how I feel.
Fatter and shorter. So,
Trying to make a lot understand it.
You know, a lot of it is I'm gonna process it a little bit more and then we'll
Yeah.
see it's all very helpful. Thank you.
Okay.
it is helpful, and like you say, I told you, I have to justify it in my own head. Why,
Fire, safety, water.
All in there, right.
No, you,
At the very least,
I'm putting it back in my folder for you.
at the very least,
I still have.
50, in my opinion.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm,
let's see.
you're holding your.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so
Yes.
So am I? You said, okay. then we're out.
Thank you for taking the time to read it,
Yeah.
everybody. I appreciate it.
thanks. So it goes to town council next, right?
I'm not discounting it, trust me.
Well, I understand.
Yes, I'm gonna make the changes. So I will make the changes. Send to town council.
Yeah. Maddie and I will vote, if we will.
Setbacks is outstanding.
Yes.
If you need additional information, if there's questions, I can provide it. Just let me know. I have sources for literally everything.
Thank you.
No problem.
So ADU's already gone to town council. Now we have our comments.
Yeah.
Did you put them in here, Joanne?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yes, they're in your folders.
Trying to take
Where-
the phone with me.
Yeah,
I hate shit on computer.
I hear you.
John's had it, tell.
So after ADU, what, sorry,
It's the whole world.
All right.
It's okay.
give me
Don't
5,
worry about it.
give me 5 minutes.
It's just me. Sorry, go ahead.
ADU. We got comments back from her, then what are the next steps after that?
You guys have to review the comments and make any changes if you agree or don't agree. So we'd have to do it in the meeting.
Oh, that's it? And then we have our special permit?
And then we have to have a public hearing.
Right, all right, that's what I meant. So my point is that can this wait till March 12th?
Well,
Is that too late?
We have a lot on March 12th.
What's else on
We
March?
have the continuance of this.
Oh, that's gonna take
The
2
other
seconds.
thing that I just read in the minutes on March 12th.
Can't remember what it is.
Oh, God, August. Oh, you weren't kidding, Joanne.
I did them all. Ready?
We,
Ready for battle?
Are they in order?
I don't know what we have for March 12th. off the top. Do I have,
Probably
I'm saying it was in the minutes.
Probably from March 12th, 2024.
they're not
It's not
that,
gonna be last year.
I don't see anything in the oldest minutes is December 11th. I don't see anything regarding that.
I don't have any more public hearings.
There's some here that says February 12th, 2025.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah,
Austin's
we already
not-
did
that.
we did that.
Austin's
That's a
done.
done deal.
Yeah, I think, I'm assuming that's what you saw.
That was Alston Graham.
Austin's done,
That's a
yeah.
done deal. I don't have any more public hearings scheduled for
So
planning.
the only thing right now we have on March 12th is PEC,
The continuance of.
which I think
that.
will be very,
Quick. It's just gonna be quick.
so if we did that and this and whatever else comes, with that, okay?
Yeah.
So leave the minutes
So the-
in here.
I gotta ask him because
Who's him?
the town administrator, because are we gonna,
So the warrant,
he just needs the wordings for the warrant.
the
We
warrant,
can have the public hearing
That's not
up to
gonna make-
town meeting.
the warrant closes on Monday.
Well,
This
he
Monday?
said we can have till
I know.
4, okay.
We're gonna have a placeholder.
Yeah, it's a,
Yeah.
but,
So the warrant will close.
that's why you want to know about this.
We're
But you don't even know about,
we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine.
we don't have the wording for battery energy storage, so what's the difference?
I don't know what you're saying. You're losing me. 4-1, he wants just the
Oh,
wording we're
4-1.
gonna put on the warrant.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Right, that's what he needs. I can schedule the public hearing in April.
Yeah, we're gonna do them
Yes.
both on April,
Yeah,
Well-
what did we pick? April 9th, 16th?
yeah, something like that.
We, the off date, right?
Off week, that's our only meeting in April. 16th.
Perfect. Yeah, it was the third Wednesday.
Yep.
In March 26th.
Yeah. Right, she said, but we're not gonna have a meeting, she said. That's gonna be our only one, 16th.
Well, no, March 26th, we could have a meeting if we need it.
Oh, March 26th.
That's on okay.
Yeah,
Okay, here's this. So March 12th, our next meeting, we'll go over the ADU comments from Rose. In the meantime,
yeah,
people can take them home and look at them.
And the
March
minutes-
12th is also going to be the continuance of PEC. March 26th, we'll have whatever comes up then. We'll have 2 public hearings on April 16th for both the battery energy storage and ADU.
okay.
Okay, so April.
And then, we'll talk about the water park.
Don't forget the runway.
4/16, hold on a minute. Said 4/16.
Okay, or 16 is when we go over these.
I got one thing from going home with me tonight.
But,
The minute things.
Yeah.
You'll be up till.
because I thought we backed into
We did,
16.
I'm just making sure my brain is.
That's
not-
fine. All right, so what else am I bringing? Meeting notes?
Okay. I won't be at work. That's what my, and then
I was your last and I told you.
I know.
So I have enough of it. I'm behind on
Might
everything.
get this.
Welcome to my world.
I'd like to.
Why can't you?
the only one making money tonight is the Zoom operator.
And Penny Peck's
Where's your
attorney.
wild, right?
And that engineer, yeah.
Yes.
I move that we adjourn the meeting at 8:27 PM.
So moved.
I'll second that.
I,
Right.
Right.
thank you, Christine.
Yes.
Leave the minutes in my
Release
folder
thoughts
doing.
from it.
Yeah, you can leave.
Because I,